Yes, we're still locked in and right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up with S3. And earlier this year, Cadbury Dairy Milk committed to an ambitious goal of creating 1,500 new stories for children in all African languages by 2023. Now, listen to this. Incredibly, the first 450 new stories are already available this year, but they are just getting started. Now, Langa Khanyile, Equity Lead for Mondelez, and Yandiswa Xhakaza, CEO of Khanyile, join us this morning to chat about how they are once again calling on all South Africans to show their generosity by gifting their words this festive season. Now, the new stories will reflect the wonder of a truly South African festive celebration. But without further ado, let's bring a warm welcome to our guest in studio. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
We're very well. Morning.
It's good to have you in the studio, whether it's via Zoom or not. It's always a pleasure. But Langa, let me ask you this one. These festive themed stories will be added to the Cadbury in Our Own Words library of enchanting children's stories, which we all are absolutely loving. So how exactly can we participate by gifting our own words this festive season?
Well, absolutely. First, just thank you to all the South Africans who participated in making available 450 new stories available in our own languages as South Africans. Now, the festive occasion is the ideal opportunity to show generosity, and it provides a perfect time for us to creating new stories that are culturally relevant to our local children. And that is why we're calling on the public to give their words and help us create even more enchanting festive stories for children. The mechanic is the same. Visit www.cadbury.co.za and start translating your words today.
Oh, I absolutely love that. And I love the word you use, culturally relevant, and it's such an important thing right now. And Yandiswa, maybe I can ask you, you've obviously once again partnered with Cadbury to author these festive stories, but can you tell me more about the stories that you are writing?
Sure. So the stories we are writing are really aligned with our own brand as Khanyile, and they are all contextually relevant stories that are relatable and reflect South Africa's diversity. So every child can see themselves in the storyline. And this also includes writing the stories in all 11 official languages. And the festive season being fun and happy, that's sort of the storyline we're writing with. So it's all very exciting.
It really is exciting. Now, Langa, why is the initiative so invested? And this definitely seems to be the case. We're getting South Africans to gift their words this festive season. What's the incentive behind that and the reasoning?
Well, the festive season has always been synonymous with the notion of sharing, of giving, and connecting, which are values that we absolutely ascribe to as Cadbury. However, in a disconnected world that has been further impacted by the pandemic, this year's festive season may be different for many. You know, children across South Africa, they also experience the festive season differently to the European version of the occasion. For many local children, you know, snow, reindeers, and the abundance of presents under a tree have little relevance to their lived experiences. And through Cadbury Dairy Milk Gift Your Own Words initiatives and help of Khanyile and South Africans, we want to enable South Africans to still feel connected and still feel a part of this festive season by simply giving and sharing their words and their stories.
Yeah, it's shocking to actually think when you look at all the stories that have been available prior to this, our children and our future couldn't really truly relate and have that authentic, South African experience. Now, this is something that just honestly puts a smile on my face, because stories for me as a kid are literally the reason why I'm in the position I'm in today, because it allowed me to dream and to really believe. And Yandiswa, for you partnering to author these books and you're also telling the South African stories, why is that so important to you, though?
So, I mean, there's beauty, right, in these cross-sector partnerships. Cadbury is a commercial brand, Khanyile is an NGO, and Cadbury's contribution to society by partnering with us is symbolic of what can be done and what can be achieved through these kinds of partnerships. But also, I mean, the mission alignment between what Cadbury is trying to achieve and the work that we are already doing as an NGO. So there was really alignment at that level as well.
Yeah, I think it's so true. But more so when it comes to the context of these stories, I think it's so important, right? And for our children, what to do in order to hope that our children learn from these books What is your opinion on the context and why it's so important? For both of you, you can maybe take a stab at this.
You know, the stories written over this period really aim to showcase a truly South African festive season, celebrating our traditions and reflecting what makes our festive season so unique. And we want to spread Cadbury generosity by activating the generous intent of others and to allow all South Africans to share gifts in the form of words this season. Now, tangible items are great, but nothing is more priceless than kindness and generosity.
Oh, well, look, Langa and Yandiswa, I can't thank you both enough for being a part of this. It's bigger than just a book. It's bigger than just a story. You're allowing our kids to dream, to be able to feel like they are included and to believe that that hope is actually real and can materialize one day. But thank you so much for sharing your time with us and, more importantly, putting your energy into this beautiful project.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolute pleasure. And I mean, just hearing this is putting such a smile on my face. Gift your words this festive season and help co-author a festive themed story to be added to the Cadbury Dairy Milk in our own words library, so all children can enjoy wondrous stories of the most wonderful season. Now visit cadbury.co.za and follow at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA on Facebook or Cadbury_SA on Twitter and Instagram to find out more and start translating your words today.